22-year-old Democrat paid shill Harry Sisson has been recently MeToo'd by both sides of the political spectrum, allegedly trying to coerce girls into sending him pictures that a lot of parents would say are pretty embarrassing. So let's see what the hell the allegations are, and let's see why we should even believe Harry Sisson is straight to begin with. So the girl in the beanie, I don't know if she's the sister of Tim Pool, but basically this chick, Sarah Fields, is someone who has compiled a lot of evidence purportedly of Harry Sisson being a person with bad conduct around women. Now, again, with women, the guy seems pretty gay, but okay, fine. Now, her bio goes as follows: Republican state delegate and precinct chair, Sarah Uncensored Podcast, investigative journalism, Army veteran, parent/child advocate. So she seems like a pretty serious person. Let's see what the allegations include. Okay, so apparently Harry Sisson convinced 11 different women that he had no roster and respected them more than just their bodies while persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one from a domestic abuse survivor. When the women discovered each other one by one, he called them all insane and attempted to coerce one of them into telling the public that the photos were fake. A request to the reader: set political differences to the side and believe both sides of the aisle can agree on this is unacceptable behavior from a man-child with collectively over 2 million followers. So let's see what the allegation is. Okay, so as I just read, it seems like he was telling other girls that they were the only one, and when they were sending pictures, they thought that they were in a monogamous relationship with Harry Sisson. Well, the contention with this is multifaceted. Okay, so first of all, Harry Sisson is, like, sexuality wise, is in a dubious place. Really, when you're talking about gray matter, gray water, I mean, he's among them, okay? Very much in a gray zone of sexuality. But beside this also, just because a girl thinks that you're the only one that you're sending a picture to, it does not mean that the girl is also innocent of sending the picture in the first place, okay? If you're a girl in a position of sending these pictures in in this first place, then clearly you're not the most moral person. Now, I'm not even going to castigate or judge because a lot of people have been in bad places. That being said, these girls are not innocent angels just because a guy lied to them. Okay, by that logic, any girl that sleeps with a frat guy who pretends to be their boyfriend for a night is innocent of being a whore, which is just not true. It's just not true. Of course, you're a skank either way. Also, Sarah Fields makes the mistake, and I think a lot of right-wing people have feminist ideology embedded into their brains at this point, because she makes the point of saying that one of the 11 women was a domestic abuse survivor. Okay, how the hell does that matter at all? Okay, so does a domestic abuse survivor not have the ability to consent? Does a domestic abuse survivor not have the same amount of faculties to say yes or no to any given request? Again, this was not forceful on any regard. I mean, we're talking about Snapchat text, okay, DMs, messages, okay? A domestic abuse survivor has just as much accountability than does anybody else. This is ridiculous. Okay, to do a lot of the homework for you guys that are watching this, apparently Carly, one of Harry's victims, has described the situation in the most detail. Summary of her videos includes, according to Carly, Harry wooed her from the very beginning and convinced her that he respected her for more than her physical appearance. First of all, by the way, when it comes down to it, whenever a guy says, I appreciate you for more than your body, he's already lying, because clearly if he felt that way, he wouldn't have to explain it, right? Like, if you're an alpha, if you're really tall, you don't have to say, I'm really alpha, I'm really tall, because it's pretty self-evident, right? If you're Shaquille O'Neal, it doesn't got to be like, oh, I'm over 7 feet tall. It's pretty damn obvious. And so when he's saying, I care about you way more than just your body, that's BS. Obviously, he's capping. And again, he can be a scumbag, but this is not predatory. Any girl that's an adult willingly doing whatever the hell is accused or alleged here is, I mean, they're guilty, just like Harry is. And they're deluding themselves is the problem. And yet with feminism and other third wave critiques of feminism, and by that I mean like these liberal progressive slants, even in conservative circles, where they're saying, oh, well, the accountability of these women are in doubt because one of them was a domestic abuse survivor, or just because Harry lied about something, as if that's going to save you. So after 6 months of this certain behavior against sexting, he told her he didn't want a commitment. She accused him of leading her on, to which he admitted to doing, but also said he should have made his intentions more clear. Now, see, that's pretty innocent. This is like college guy behavior, and Harry's only a little bit older than me. He's 22. And I'll tell you, again, if you're telling a girl that you don't want a commitment and you're 6 months in, she's delusional and she's coping and she's just lusting after you because you have clout and you're Harry Sisson and you're probably gay. The point being, though, however, is that, I mean, come on. No responsibility on the girl's behalf. You're texting a guy in an explicit way for several months and you never pick up on what, oh, commitment. You're the only girl that he talks to, yet he won't date you after 6 months. This is delusional thinking, and you would hate to defend a Democrat, but like in this case, it's evident that this is just a Me Tooism from the right wing, and you could hate to see it because this sort of feminist, postmodernist garbage is really infiltrating the conservative sphere, and you hate to see it. Okay, to make it worse, and again, I just got to defend my boy Harry in this one case. All right, prior to a thirst trap, Carly, this girl, watched Harry go live and observed hickeys on his neck from a different girl. Oh no. Anyway, she confronted Harry and he said that she was overreacting. Carly had recently been through a traumatic car accident and was dealing with depression at the time. Carly stated that Harry pounced and took advantage of her sadness. Oh my God. Okay, so think about it. Had she had a positive relationship, it wouldn't be taking advantage of a person that just got in a car accident as if that's an excuse to like not have any accountability for your own conduct as an adult. But then also that again, if she had a good relationship or rather a good experience, she wouldn't even bring that up. But because there is an opportunity to crap on a guy that's famous, all of a sudden, oh, I was in a car accident. Who's ever heard of that excuse? Oh, this relationship that I was voluntarily a part of for 6 months. Well, actually, it's because I was in a car accident and he took advantage of a depression. Okay, which is just BS. And again, this is kind of like victim culture and also the babification of people, man-child syndrome, basically, in the form of a woman, where you're somebody in your early 20s, most likely, and you're still claiming that a car accident is going to stop you from being able to fully consent or to have a full grasp of what you're doing when you're engaging sexually with a guy like Harry Sisson in the first place. Let me share some of the madness that I've had to sit through for several minutes here. Apparently, this chick Carly is going to make herself to be the biggest victim of 2025. Let's just see what she's got to say about Harry
He
Sisson.
respects me, right? He respects me for more than the physical attraction. From like late October onward, he started to pull back just a little bit, and I let it go for a while without saying anything. But then late November, I was like, look, you like rarely snap me anymore. If you don't want to talk, like just communicate that with me. And he said that that wasn't the case. And then I had told him that if he was talking to any other women the way he was talking to me, then he needed to unsave my snaps because like I'm not that bitch.
So you're crazy. You're just crazy because you're sexting a guy that you're not even dating. And then you're saying that the other guy is a hoe for talking to other women, yet you're a girl who's sharing her sanctity, for the lack of a better term, with no actual commitment. You know how people back then would say, oh, you're doing this without a ring on your finger? You're talking about not even on a Snapchat message saying, hey, you're my girlfriend over the internet. And you're still giving it up. And you're going to still pretend like you have some moral high ground. It's ridiculous. It's sour grapes, the person. Also, she's balding. Thirdly, at this point, again, oh, hey, Mr. Democrat operative, in October and November of the election year 2024, you're not Snapchatting me as much. Like, yeah, obviously. What the hell are you talking about? Like, this is so ridiculous. Yes, I was there. I was a part of the Trump election. Of course, I was busy as hell. October of 2024, November, the first week. Jesus, are you kidding me? How self centered are you that you'd think that a guy who's at the most busy part of his gay life, like Harry Sisson, is going to give you a modicum of attention more than you really need to even survive, okay? Dopamine wise. So selfish.
Somebody in my entire life. For 9 months, I thought that he was this amazing person. I respected him. I thought he respected me. I thought that the person he showed online was the person he truly was, and I was proven so horribly wrong. So when I started speaking about this publicly, his only response has been to say that I'm insane
Based?
because he wants
True?
to take away my
True?
credibility before more people find out about this. All I have to say to that is there are some very strong women that I am aligned with and share experiences with, and we're not going to stand for some dude getting away with icky behavior.
That's it, really? So you're a victim. You're a victim, you're a woman, you're a victim. Okay? That implies heavy stuff, right? Okay. Now, historically, very, very incriminating stuff. She's saying, Harry, you've done icky behavior. What is icky behavior? Like, use the term in your own head. A guy did icky behavior towards a woman. What, he like sneezed in front of her? He farted or something? And you're saying icky as if like that's like the best term you could come up with, even though you're trying to grift this for as much attention as you possibly can, and it's the best script you can come up with. Harry Sisson did icky behavior. Me and several other strong women, yeah, as in the women that were weak enough mentally to be sexting with a guy named Harry Sisson, who's a liberal, metrosexual, and I say more? Strong women that would do that? Oxymoronic. Alrighty, folks. A lot of you may think that I'm defending Harry a little bit too much. And to be honest, maybe I have been a little bit contrarian in this video, but let's look into some of the embarrassing aspects of Harry Sisson's conduct here. So these are some screenshots of Snapchat. Again, this is really only okay if you're like 15 or 16 years old and the year is like 2019. But he is a little bit of a late bloomer, if you want to call it that, okay? So he says, Lamau, see, your opinion is the only one that mattered. Okay, pretty cringe. God, that ass is fat. Sheesh, that is so cringe. Looks amazing. Couldn't agree more. Beautiful. Okay, he just channeled his inner boomer energy there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys that are watching the video right now. I cannot take enough, or rather, I've taken enough of these women complaining about Harry Sisson. I mean, the fact that you even interacted with the guy, according to these women, is embarrassing enough. I would never tell a single soul, not even my own father, not even my probation officer, not even the devil himself, that I ever sexted with Harry Sisson. But yet these women claim that, oh my God, I'm such a victim of said thing. Now, if you look at the DMs, again, I'm not going to talk about these. Just more embarrassing stuff. Obviously, if you're a guy in college, a guy in high school, you've done a lot of the similar stuff that he's done here. Oh, I'm not talking to other girls. Oh, I would never just smash and whatever. I mean, Harry Sisson is a nerd. And honestly, the fact that he's straight to begin with is actually somewhat of a miracle. So, as the worst defense attorney that has not even gone to law school yet, I will tell you right now that Harry Sisson is freaking innocent of all charges, okay? Is he a freak? Hold on. So here's the bottom line with Harry Sisson, okay? There are several women that are going to be complaining about the guy, that he's a freak, that he's icky, in quotes, that he is a bad person. And I will tell you that he is a cringe, liberal, I wouldn't call him a sociopath because sociopaths are a little more tactful, a little more self-aware of their lunacy. This guy is just basically an Adderall-filled 22-year-old white guy who is out of touch with reality's most basic tenets of anything. Morality, you call it Riz, you call it anything. This guy is playing these SSRI-ridden hoes for what they're worth, which is not much. Hence why we have some Twitter thread that we're reviewing on this video today. And though I want the worst for Harry Sisson, as he remains a liberal, apparatchik, paid shill for a system and an ideology which is basically as disgusting as it possibly gets, this Democrat Party, the lowest approval rating that they've had in decades, literally. I mean, this guy's a loser. That being said, do I defend him in this? Right. Yes. Because as a principled person, I got to tell you that a lot of these Me Too claims as of the last 10 years have been bogus just on the onset. But even when a guy makes a mistake, these women, a lot of them, feminist, SSRI types, the IUD types, are just blowing them out of proportion to then aggrandize their own clout. And you hate to see it because these girls are probably devoid of talent. I mean, all I need to say to the jury today in this court case that I just made up right now is that, hey, these women consensually sexted Harry Sisson. What the hell were you thinking, women? What? Let me catch my daughter doing that. What the hell? Not that I have one, thank God, because that would be very embarrassing for me. So anyways, that covers the Harry Sisson drama. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Comment down below any thoughts you have, and I'll reply to them as soon as I can get to it. I'll be in Detroit soon, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Adios.